Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing today? Much love to you all. Hit that like button, share this out. Also, at 10 a.m. Eastern, there is going to be a quick Bible study about the supernatural power of Jesus. So please join in on that. I may or may not be in the chat because I'm going to do one of my first jobs that I've had since my wreck over a month and a half ago. I haven't had any work in a long time. So I need to definitely pull in some revenue today. But like I said, hit that like button. As the top Iranian officials are warning of a preemptive action strike, we're also seeing that they got hit by two earthquakes today. I do not count this as a coincidence because we know that when Afghanistan was asking to have permission to go through the Jordan and go through Iran and Iraq and all that to go into Israel, they got hit by a lot of earthquakes as well. I think God is just trying to wake up a lot of the Middle East right now with what's going on. This top Iranian official warns of this preemptive action against Israel expected soon. This is really huge. The foreign minister, this is the guy on my Rumble page that I had done a video where he had showed up with leaders of Hamas and they had a meeting together a couple days ago. So he said about Israel, he said, which is waging an air campaign against the Palestinian militant group Hamas with a ground invasion expected very soon, wouldn't be allowed to take such action in the Gaza Strip without repercussions. These are really huge words. As we know, Biden had just, I do believe, it said on Times of Israel, Biden advances his team towards the Gaza border communities where Hamas had a massacre had taken place. So we see this happening today, as long with I think Putin's meeting with some people today too. The Jordan's King Abdullah to host Biden today also. That was 6 minutes ago. Rocket alert sirens in Ashkelon over 30 minutes ago. Rockets fired towards central Israel over an hour ago. So these things are maybe in a little bit of a not as much as we've been seeing the past few days. It's kind of like the chessboard moving right now. Many powers have been talking. Um, so I do expect sometime soon, maybe even after today, after all these big leaders, I do believe Xi Jinping is meeting with some people as well too. There seems to be a lot of big world leaders meeting today about this war. So time will tell with what's about to happen. But as this happens today, we see that a shallow 5.8 and 5.9 earthquakes hit southern Iran. This was just today. So I don't count this as a coincidence, like I said, because it was Afghanistan got hit by a bunch of them too after they had said some things about going into this. Just last night, Iran's talking about going in. They got hit by this. Now, of course, the world will ignore these signs. The world will ignore these types of signs and act like it's nothing to see here. It's just a typical thing that happens. But we in the spirit are realizing between the sandstorms yesterday that were going on in Jordan and all these earthquakes and these flooding events happening in the deserts, um, it's time to arise, O sleeper. So, also, this is really amazing. It's the power of God here that we see. This huge Tonga um, volcano that went off last year. I mean, this was that big one that looked like a nuclear bomb going off. Well, I guess they're finding a year later that they're having power problems from corrosion happening on power lines. This was from over a year ago. They're starting to see some of the damage to the wiring that has taken place. Um, it's pretty crazy. They're finding this a year later that they're starting to have issues from this September 2022 volcano that went off last year. That's some bad corrosion going on. So they definitely are having a power crisis over there and need lifted up in prayers because, if power crises happen, a lot of people lose refrigeration, all that. Food can become an issue with some people over there knowing that without having refrigeration, we could lose a lot of food. So officials warn of a potential volcanic eruption near. I don't know how to say this one. I'm just going to call it frag. The we're just going to call it Frag. That's what we're going to call it. In Iceland. This is the one that last year or 2 years ago, it went off. It had six different seismic activities that happened and opened up six different fissures. So this is one of the biggest ones they have over there. They're saying before Christmas it could potentially erupt again. This one erupted for quite some time. I do want to say it was almost a whole year it was going off when it did go off. So I remember when I was watching some volcanic streams of this one, it was a really predominant. A lot of people were around there taking pictures. It was basically reason why it was predominant. It was like an ancient volcano that finally came back to life again. So either way, we're seeing more and more of these as we do in Russia too. And I don't count this as a coincidence, as Russia is, getting involved in some talks with Israel the past couple days that they have one of their huge volcanoes that are elevating its volcanic activity today. So I wouldn't be surprised if here real soon this starts shooting up a bunch of magma and ash plums. So they went from code yellow to code orange. So, next level's code red. So this is a pretty huge watch that they're having on this huge volcano. So we'll see if anything happens with this, of course. And before I exit, I will refresh this page to see if anything is going on. And hey, look, 25 minutes ago when Biden advances his team toward Gaza border, now there's rocket sirens in Gaza border towns just 2 minutes ago. So it's really huge since he's over there in Israel today, that we're now hearing that there's rocket sirens in the surrounding towns that he is at. So don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you all. And like I said, at 10 a.m. Eastern, there's going to be a quick Bible study about the supernatural powers of Jesus Christ. I shared it on the community tab. You may or may not see it. Sometimes the things I share on community tab are not seeable unless you physically go to my page and go to the community tab. That is the way that they have censorshiped and blocked a lot of things on this channel. So please help us out by checking the community tab on a daily basis, as there's always the Bible verse of the day. There's great, powerful pictures about Jesus and, the Bible. And sometimes I even put a few paragraphs worth of a quick little study for you to read. So, and that's where I, of course, share all of the videos we do is on the community tab. Reason why I say it may not be on there, I have a backup account, God Soldiers 2, that I have just in case anything ever happens to this. When I switch to that account, I can never see my community tab. So that proves to me that the community tab is not always accessible to see unless you click on my page. My mom also has a lot of those issues. She can never find what's on the community tab unless she actually physically goes to my page. So please help us out by checking that community tab daily. At the top of my channel, there's 8 links. There's 8 different links to things we have. The Telegram group, I have a website. It's free. You don't have to pay any money to go to the website. It just gives you a list of books that I've read, list of few videos, and it also at the end kind of gives you some events that might be coming up, and whatnot. And it has my Twitter page on there, my Facebook group. There's many ways to contact us out there. So much love to you all. May God bless you all. Hit that like button and please watch that video here in 2 hours at 10 a.m. Eastern. It's only 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes to listen to a Bible study today and to get away from the craziness of this world.